Hello and welcome for a new Vintage Chronicle. Today we will describe the 1983 set of action figures available on the market. But above all, I would like you to subscribe to my channel by clicking to the bottom right here. It allows me to give you more information about vintage Star Wars toys. Kenner in 1983 will release 17 action figures. 3 more figures with the Sears exclusive at the end of the year, plus the Emperor as a special offer. In other words, you will be able to get 21 new action figures to your collection in 1983. So let's get the description started. 1983 is one of the biggest years for Kenner. With Return of the Jedi upcoming, the toy line will increase up to 17 new action figures on the market. There were Weequay, Emperor's Royal Guard, Rebel Commando, Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight outfit, Bib Fortuna, Squidhead, Ninjub, Chirp Chirpa remained secret until Return of the Jedi released May 25, 1983. 3 years. Next page. The Admiral Akbar, Princess Leia Organa Bush disguise, Lando Carricion Skiff Guard disguise, Gamorrean Guard, General Maiden, Klaatu, Biker Scout, and Logray, who also needs to remain secret until Return of the Jedi release. At the very beginning of the year, Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back figures were released with new Return of the Jedi packaging, and Kenner will start a new action figure special offer. Co-pilot Ninjub will be available with 5 proof of purchase. Once subscribed to the offer, you will need 10 to 12 weeks to receive action figures in your mailbox. Inside white box, character will be delivered with an introduction note to understand better about this unknown figure, and a Return of the Jedi flyer theater release date, plus a list of new toy who will be available from mid-1983. Ninjub in baggy with his weapon, and latest Kenner Star Wars toy catalog released in 1982. Offer will expire in June 15, 1983. New 17 figures will start to appear step by step in spring 1983. Ewoks will be available on store shelves after Return of the Jedi released, and Ninjub will join the team mid-summer 1983. Each figure is sold with rectangular cardboard packaging where a character is placed into a transparent blister that allows future owner to choose which character he wishes to buy. At the top left-hand side, you will see a stock unit keeping number, a pre-punch hole that allows action figures to be stored on displays. At the top right-hand side, you will find Age 4 and Up sentence, new Return of the Jedi logo centered with figures named below, a large picture of the character with special offer advertising printed on the card, and at the bottom right-hand side, you will find a Kenner logo. No more cardboard foot peg design with Return of the Jedi blisters. You will find several different blister shapes, and some figures are held by a plastic insert, and accessories like helmet are separate from the figure. As seen with 1982 Empire Strikes Back set of figures, you will find a code underneath action figures blister. First in one range of numbers, it became divided in 3 sequences, and it is used for printing reference printers suppliers to understand which card had to print for each figures and additional special offer. Most of the characters got their weapon taped on the actual blister next to the figure. Through time, some tapes got dry, and you will find some loose weapon in the package. Some weapons are held into the plastic insert. At the back of the card, you will find several different prints during the whole year. The first one will display 65 action figures, and at the bottom part of the card, accessories and new vehicles. Action figures picture shows new characters starting from the bottom part with 2 hidden ones, as the Ewok must remain secret until Jedi release. In the bottom part, you will find Chewbacca's bandolier strap, Y-Wing fighter, and C-3PO collector's case, a barcode, a proof of purchase on the right-hand side with a new factory code with 2 letter designation. In this case, first letter means country where a figure is made, H for Hong Kong, and the second one means scanner ones of the factory supplier's name. Second one is identical except the Ewok hidden figures who now show up with the rest of the new figures. Third card back is designed with the same action figures picture and the Emperor special offer on the bottom part of the card. This figure will be part of the 1984 toy line and will be available against 5 proof of purchase. Once subscribed to the offer, you will need 10 to 12 weeks to receive action figures in your mailbox. The Emperor special offer will be described after action figures description. Admiral Akbar is wearing his Rebel Fleet officer suit. He holds a command stick on his right hand. His heads move from the right to the left and left to the right with articulated arms on shoulders position with movable legs on hips position with pegs hole underneath feet. Luke Skywalker comes with a Jedi Knight outfit with a long hood coat. Heads move from the right to the left and left to the right with movable arms from shoulders position. His left hand holds a Jabba's Palace laser gun type and his right hand holds his lightsaber with movable legs and pegs hole underneath feet. Hood coat takes off by the top. Princess Leia Organa bush disguise is well detailed with a bandolier, belt and backpack. She is wearing a helmet and moves heads from left to the right and right to the left with movable arms from shoulder position. She holds a very long laser rifle in her right hand with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes. Jabba's Palace Gamorrean guard is equipped with an axe. Head is fixed still and arms move from shoulder position. He holds his axe on his right hand with movable legs and pegs hole underneath feet. Emperor's Royal Guard holds a fighting javelin with a long coat all around bodies and wear a long red helmet with a black visor. Head is fixed still and you can see some kind of dress underneath coat with articulated arms on shoulders position. He holds his weapon from his right hand with movable legs and pegs hole underneath feet. Chief Chirpa is wearing a large hood and holds his scepter in his right hand. Head is fixed still and arms move from shoulder position with movable legs and pegs hole underneath feet. Medicine Man Logray is wearing a primitive hat, hold a bandolier bag and a sorcerer stick. Head is fixed still and arms move from shoulder position. He holds his stick from his right hand with movable legs and pegs hole underneath feet. Klaatu is equipped with a harpoon, bandolier and a helmet. Heads move from the left to the right and right to the left with articulated arms on shoulders position. He holds his combat spear on a right hand with movable legs and hips position and pegs hole underneath feet. Rebel Commando wear a combat fatigues with helmet, backpack and holds a laser rifle on his right shoulder. Heads move from the right to the left and left to the right with articulated arms on shoulders position. He holds his laser rifle on his right hand with movable legs on hips position with pegs holes underneath feet and gets his rifle back on his shoulder. Let's have a break in this long action figures description with some COO country of origin figures information. With the increased demand and amount of figures, Kenner's Asian supplier will have to extend their manufacturing facilities. 1983 is the first year where COO, country of origin, stamp will start to disappear from figures' legs and the two words Hong Kong by initial HK. However, some new names like Macau, Taiwan, and China will appear as Hong Kong suppliers develop deals with China mainland near Hong Kong north border and build new factories to make sure to provide enough toys in 1983. At the end, only Taiwan will keep the right to stamp COO on Figure's leg until the end of the line in 1985. Weequay is hairdressed in a left braid, wear a breastplate, and hold his weapon with his two hands. Heads move from the right to the left and left to the right with articulated arms on shoulders position, with movable legs on hips position and pegs hold underneath feet. With his octopus face, Squidhead wear a cloak coat, hold a laser pistol, with a large belt holding a dress. Heads move from the left to the right and right to the left, with articulated arms on shoulders position. He holds his laser pistol on his right hand, with movable legs on hips position and pegs hold underneath feet. General Maiden wear a Rebel Fleet Gear officer. Arms move from shoulder position. He holds his command stick on his right hand, with movable legs on hips position and pegs hold underneath feet, and heads move from the left to the right and right to the left. Jabba's faithful man, Bib Fortuna, wear a long coat and holds a long scepter in his right hand. Heads move from the right to the left and left to the right, with articulated arms on shoulders position, with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes underneath feet. Jabba's palace creature Sears comes with a laser rifle in his right hand. Heads move from the left to the right and right to the left, with articulated arms on shoulders position, with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes underneath feet. With his highly detailed gear, Biker Scout comes with an helmet, a backpack, small knife on his right ankle, and a special laser gun. Heads move from the left to the right and right to the left with articulated arms on shoulders position, with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes. Lando Carricion comes with his Jabba skiff guard disguise, hold a movable helmet and combat spear. Helmets move from the top, with articulated arms on shoulders position. Heads move from the right to the left and left to the right, with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes. Lando Carricion co-pilots Nien move heads from the right to the left and left to the right, with articulated arms on shoulders position. He holds his laser pistol on his right hand, with movable legs on hips position and pegs holes underneath feet. In fall 1983, Sears exclusive Jabba the Hutt Dungeon playset will be available with 3 new exclusive figures. Also, you will be able to get Nikto, 88 and Klaatu Skiff Guard outfit with white separate boxes. Special offer Malware the Emperor will show up in mailbox at the beginning of the year 1984. In white box, you will find Emperor's figure with a baggie and a Kenner catalog with Jabba's throne picture with actual and 1984 new toy line. One last variation into this very busy year of new items is the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight lightsaber. Early Lucasfilm data shows a blue lightsaber with Luke's new figure, and at some point, color saber was changed and Kenner quickly had to modify blue color by green to fit to actual saber color seen in a movie. I hope this review was an interest to you. Feel free to leave any comment, they are always welcome. Put a thumb up if you like it, subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and see you soon for a new Chronic Vintage.